Please enjoy this epic montage of us dying over and over again.
Set, go. Alright, welcome back to MediaMix. Let's play, let's talk, let's praise,
review.
let's dunk on, maybe? Halo Infinite. Wow. We're going to be playing and talking about Halo Infinite today. And we'll pass the controller around, you know, each get a turn at the helm, and we'll just share our thoughts and opinions on the game. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm Jack. We have Mr. Sweatster Nick over here.
Yep, I'm a huge sweat. Yeah, I'm the Halo Infinite champ.
I'm mid.
And I will die on this rock. Fight me in the comments over it, okay?
I mean, I'm Zach. I'm not as sweaty. So
Vicky's giving us eyes behind the TV.
Can't wait to do this.
All right, let's hop into it. So basically what we're doing this video is just kind of like just talking about Halo Infinite, reviewing it. Is it a good game? I don't know. Yeah. Stay tuned to the end of the video, and I guess we'll determine that after.
I feel like we do know.
I really don't know. I'm gonna have to.
So based on how well Nick
think about it for a second.
And before the comments say anything about calling me in particular a whale for buying stuff from the store, I understand the store situation and I don't agree with it, but they were selling the Anubis armor set, and I'm an absolute fan of the Anubis armor, and I just had to buy it, which was a terrible idea because they later sold it again. They resold it in the store, which makes me very upset.
I mean, yeah. So that's a very well move of you. As you can see, Nick is very trash.
Yeah, I'm very trash.
Yeah, we call him the sweat, but you know, based on this review could be very good if Nick does good in the game, or it could be very bad if Nick just gets trashed on.
How good I am at the game. See, I only have enough brain cells to either play or talk, not enough to do both.
No, yeah, I'm giving this game like a 0 out of 10 because they don't have Forge in it yet. So until you add Forge on,
there is no Forge. That is unfortunate. Unfortunate.
All right.
There's also.
I'm giving this a -1 because Zach just did that joke.
I'm gonna give Zach a -1 out of 10 as
a human being. I mean, fair enough.
No, but overall I like the game. You know,
that was not cash
money.
The
multiplayer is pretty fun. I think it's pretty good. I kind of like the previous Halo multiplayers better so far, but this one's pretty good.
Like which ones?
I know Halo 5.
Like Bungie's Halo or like 343's Halo?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like from Halo CE, which is the first one, up until Halo Reach.
All right, Halo CE is fun. Halo CE was just fun to play on the computers and stuff like that. Halo Reach is my all-time favorite Halo, and that has my favorite multiplayer campaign.
That's my favorite Forge.
Forge is great on that one.
Yeah, you can always just take the grid and just.
I really like.
Give it a crack.
I really like the. Was it the Forerunners weapons or the one like the really cool weapons that would like?
In 5.
I think that was
the 5th one.
Bro, you're a Promethean stan.
Oh yeah, dude, I love those weapons. They were so cool.
You're a Promethean stan. How dare you?
Dude, I suck at this game, so please don't roast me.
Their weapons were cool, but the campaign I don't think was that great.
No.
From what I remember.
I didn't like any of the campaigns after Halo Reach up until this one. I like this campaign.
Halo Infinite's campaign is different from every other one because it's free roam, right?
Also,
yeah,
it's a free roam game. Kind of like ODST in a way was kind of a free roam. You kind of had the entire city to just explore and go through. It wasn't like a linear.
Which one was that you're saying?
ODST, I believe.
ODST. I never played ODST.
I played a little bit of it. I got like halfway through the story. Played it on MCC. Yeah, like ODST, Halo 3, Halo 2.
Dude, I suck at this game. All right, please. Our gameplay is just gonna be us dying, mainly me.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoy the background footage
of the loading screen
Yes.
and us dying. But no, when I first heard about the campaign being like a free roam open world kind of campaign, I was kind of a hater against it because in the past I haven't really liked open world campaigns that much. But this one, I was like, I don't really care about like the side quests and stuff. Like I just like the story and whatnot.
If they're done correctly, they could be really.
This
fun.
one I thought was done correctly. I mean,
Yeah.
even though the vehicles were completely useless in the in getting around like the map
That's one
mobility.
of my bigger gripes about the game.
I didn't
is the
like
vehicles.
I would have hated it if they didn't have the grapple hook. If they didn't give you the grapple hook in the beginning, because you were literally able to just Spider-Man your way
True,
around the entire
true.
map, and it was actually fun. Well, I literally did not get a single kill
it's
that entire time you gave me the
Spider-Man
controller.
it's Spider-Man for Xbox.
Yeah, so
that's what we enjoy.
Yeah, I mean,
We
I
already
didn't
have that though. We
I
have
didn't like it because
Fortnite.
of that, but I liked it because the side quests, they weren't like they didn't take you an hour to do each side quest. It was literally like 5 to 30-minute side quests, and you knew what you're getting yourself into. And then it showed you everywhere where you can get armor upgrades, you can get different customizations for multiplayer and whatnot, which is really cool.
Yeah, the customizations are pretty good.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. I appreciate how like you could go around and collect these different customization pieces for multiplayer.
Let's go.
What I didn't like, however, was there were no like customization pieces that were rewards. Let's say like for completing the campaign, you don't get anything. Like completing it on legendary or on lasso, there's nothing. You don't get anything for doing that.
You don't get anything for completing it on Legendary?
No. Like
feel
on
like
Halo
there should
3,
be a
remember you
skin
would
for
get
that
the
or
you get
something.
the samurai set with the katana
That
on
is
your
kind of
back.
sucky.
Yeah, but that
It's
was
very sucky.
wasn't that the event they had at the beginning?
No, well,
The samurai
Yeah.
skin? That's what I remember.
but it's not the same as like how it's been
But
in the past.
They
you know?
did. I mean, I know it doesn't reward you.
Oh, excuse.
Oh,
Turn the
turn the game.
Oh
off.
gosh. Mute them all. Mute them all before they say any gamer words.
How do you mute them?
Technical difficulties. We're just gonna cut this part out.
Son of a bitch.
Let me see it.
We'll probably like go through and chop the gameplay to actual good parts, so
Okay, good.
it might not just
Oh,
be
yeah.
this. But no, I really like the even though they didn't have the special reward at the end for completing it in like the hardest game mode,
Yeah.
I really liked how you could go through and you can get different like
There we go.
whatchamacallit, like skins and stuff like that, skins and stances and colors and stuff like that.
Yeah,
for
and I mean,
multiplayer Spartan.
One thing I liked that they introduced was that I don't like the idea of battle passes. I don't think a lot of people do
I don't.
anymore.
Obviously,
But
no one likes
it's
this
gotten
one.
old.
At least this one is when it goes away, you could always come back and complete it if you
Yeah.
bought it.
And that's good.
So it's not just like, hey, you didn't reach level 100, you don't get everything in it.
Yeah, you don't
Too
get the
bad.
cool
That's probably
Burning
the
Man,
only
yeah.
good thing about this battle pass.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. So, but at least like I don't know,
Like
it's
they-
a little bit innovative.
Like this battle pass, it's themed around reach. So one would assume,
Nice.
right, that you can earn all the Halo Reach customization pieces by
Yeah.
playing the game.
Reach did have good customization.
Yeah,
The
Reach-
skin
Reach is
not
my
far
favorite.
behind.
Reach-
But half of the armor pieces, right, that you could get in Halo Reach, especially the good ones, right, like the security shoulders,
Yeah, yeah.
and like the grenadier shoulders, if that ever comes out, are probably going to be bought in the store. And I think it's been leaked that like the security shoulders for sure are going to be sold in the store, which really makes me upset. Cause
Yeah, I mean, everything's all about that. That's why they released the multiplayer for free.
yeah,
because they
that's one of the things you have to suffer from with the free-to-play model is, you know, depending on who it is making the game,
Right.
the store could just suck.
But
you know?
then I mean, you also get to enjoy the luxury of actually, you know, for people like me, like customizations aren't everything. Like, yeah, cool. Like, I'm not the type of person who's gonna go like out of my way to pay $5 to buy like a really cool like character skin. But if you can work your way towards one in game, then I do that.
And this controller
and-
is warm.
That's just the trade-off you're gonna get though with like a free-to-play game is, you know, you're gonna have to actually pay for like the skins that are really like desirable as to where you can actually work towards them and like hit like in Halo Reach. I thought was like you didn't have to go through the battle pass tier where like, you know, oh, I gotta get all these sucky armors in like the lower tier or whatever until I get to like the higher tier ones that are actually cool, like the dude who's like on fire, like the fire skull and like the fire like chassis and whatnot.
Yeah.
But in Halo Reach, you could just like you could skip all that and you could just buy it straight up, like by just playing the game and getting credits.
That's the unfortunate part about like AAA titles nowadays. It seems like if it's multiplayer and online, you're gonna have a battle pass of some sort.
Yeah.
Or a store.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but shoot, I was just about to say something.
It's like the I think the appeal to a lot of people in Halo is that like you do have a ton of different skin customizations. You know, you have all the different Spartan armors and colors that you can have.
Yeah.
And I don't really like the way they did it in this game. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's like something they did poorly in this game.
Right.
Now, I mean, we're reviewing it before a lot of the stuff has come out yet, which is unfortunate.
This is very
it's
early.
been out for a while.
It's like January. We're playing this.
So,
January 2022.
Well, this
been out for a
video's like
couple
about like 2 days, so.
Yeah.
But
It'll still be January 2022.
also, rip to the Xbox 360 servers of Halo that just went down like
Yeah.
a day or two ago.
Yeah.
It's very
I
sad.
saw that video of the last guy who ever capped the flag
What's that
and
man
captured
doing?
the flag in Halo 3.
Dude,
That was such a sad video.
oh, where everybody's like pointing their guns to the sky and shooting them up and like throwing their grenades and stuff. It was so that was.
I mean, you can
Halo.
still play it.
I mean, yeah, but you can't play online servers.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, but you can't go back to the 360 and play
Yeah,
it like
I guess,
online with each other. Like
it is sad.
we would.
But
I'm pretty sure we've done that within the past like year or two or something. Like we went back. I
Shit.
don't know if we went back on our 360s and did it, but we played the 360 version.
Oh yeah, I played the shit out of
That was
Halo
the-
3 on 360.
Dude, that was the first game I ever got on. When I first got my Xbox, I got it with Halo Reach, and I remember playing the multiplayer, and it was like, it was awesome. It was
Halo 3 was
nostalgic.
Remember-
one of my first Xbox 360 games.
Man,
I didn't play it much until Reach, though.
I still
Until
regret
Reach got me really into it, and I played Halo Combat Evolved, and the music in that one is so amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Halo music just hits different.
How much like how good is the soundtrack, do you think, for this game?
Honestly, I think out of all of them, this one has the worst.
Really?
Maybe like out of not including Halo 4 and Halo 5, because none of that soundtrack is memorable to me aside from like the music that's copy and paste in every single one of the games. But like Halo 2, Halo 3, Combat Evolved, Halo Reach, ODST, like all those games have incredible soundtracks. And Halo Infinite, it just feels kind of like watered down versions of all the music we've heard before.
Yeah.
So not that great in my opinion. Not that great. But it's still Halo, so the music's it's good. It's just not like it doesn't add anything to the soundtrack. Like in Halo 2, you get like Forgotten, and Halo 3 you get Never Forget. You get new like arrangements like those added to the soundtrack that are like the instant cult classic songs.
Right.
You know? But I don't see any songs like that in this game.
Yeah.
You know?
I do have to say that I really noticed nothing special with the soundtrack in this one.
Especially like the classic Master Chief like theme song.
Okay, but they had that in the campaign. That and
Like
they,
even that song just felt
Nah,
like it
but-
felt like it was played on a synthesizer.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really notice because it was played at like the exact right moments where you wanted to play, like where Chief is like jumping out of like 100,000 feet
It played
tall
like
building.
It played like 4 times.
You what?
It played like 4 different times.
I know it was great. I have no complaints about that, but yeah, I mean there wasn't really anything new that was good with the soundtrack. So
Yeah. Sadly, yeah.
What about like the campaign missions wise? Like
missions, F tier.
F tier.
F tier on the missions.
So like, okay. So what would you say is like your favorite campaign out of all the Halos?
Probably Combat Evolved and Halo 3. Favorite campaigns. Because I've played Halo 3 campaign like 7 or 8 times. And Combat Evolved campaign, I've only played like 2 or 3 times. And every time I played Combat Evolved, it feels like a magical adventure. You know? It
magical
just because
adventure.
it's like where it all started. Like there was just something about the atmosphere that they made for that game back in like when they launched it. It wasn't even the graphics, it was just the way everything came together and formed this unique atmosphere, like the environment, colors, the gameplay, the way the levels were designed, you know, the way enemies were introduced.
Have you ever played it on the remastered version?
Yeah, I didn't like the remastered
I heard about
version.
that.
I didn't like the remastered version of it.
You didn't?
No,
Really?
No.
I thought it looked really cool.
Obviously the graphics were better, but they completely killed the atmosphere that they were going for when they originally released the game. Like some levels were dark and mysterious, you know, and then when they remastered it, they just brightened everything up and made it super colorful for no fucking reason.
That's a good point.
Some of the levels
Didn't
didn't make any sense anymore when
like
you played on
the
remastered.
flood missions and stuff.
Yeah, and like in the woods, there was a mission in the woods where it was dark time and it was like really dark and murky and it was like really tense. But then in the remastered, it was super bright and vibrant because it's jungle.
Yeah.
And I was like, why did you do this?
I mean, dude, straight up in some of the, I think it was in Reach. It straight up felt like a horror game when like the flood would come out and you're like in a spaceship alone, like the flood's like chasing you down a dark hallway and you're like, that creeped me out.
Halo Reach made me despair the most out of all the games. Like every Halo game, like Halos 1 through 3 and ODST, really make you feel a sense of like desperation because you're facing like this impending threat that's almost unstoppable, this alien threat that can't really be destroyed. It has to be like, you know, kept at bay.
Well, because in
instead.
ODST you're just playing as the Marines, and then in Reach you're playing as the other Spartans.
In this game, I don't get any of that sense of dread or
I mean,
despair.
you're Master Chief. You're
I know, but you're
God.
Master Chief in every game. Halos 1, 2, and 3, you're Master Chief. Halos 4 and 5, I'm not even talking about Halo 4 and 5, because I just hated those games.
Oh, so you're the sprinting is evil man?
No, we're not even gonna dredge that up. But
Oh, nice.
I just didn't feel that. Even considering that the Infinity has been completely destroyed from the get-go, I still don't feel any sense of dread or like any amount of like significance in the story. Cuz you know, the Infinity's dead, but the rest of humanity is just chilling on the other colony planets. In the other games, it was like we're literally on our last leg. In Halo 3, it was like the rings are gonna fire and the flood are coming, and humanity is like about to, like on the brink of extinction. Especially like in Halo 1, it was like that. In this game, you're just it's basically just Master Chief fighting the Banished.
Dude, it's literally Master
on a
Chief
new ring
fighting an entire like species of like people.
Of orc.
Yeah. He just gets woken up and he's like, "Yep, it's back
He's
to
like,
work."
"All right,
he sees the ring. It's like, "All right,
it's time to just
break time's over."
Yeah,
Here we go again.
time to do everything again. Oh shit.
I think one element that was really missing from the story, and it's kind of the fault of the way the entire story was written, was there was no like real military aspect to this story. It didn't feel like a war between the UNSC
like
and the
Because
Banished.
there was no UNSC anymore except for the people you saved.
Yeah.
It was just like you had no teammates the entire time. It was straight up just you and the dude who like escaped prison, and then somebody else plays crap.
Yeah.
And then and your AI, which was named Weapon the entire game.
Yeah. How do
kind
you
of
like
annoyed me.
Weapon compared to Cortana?
She's annoying.
I don't know.
Weapon?
Her voice seems kind of soothing.
I'm pretty sure it's like the
now.
same. It's either the same voice actress or someone very, very close.
I don't know. I just didn't like how they dragged on like the whole Cortana thing.
Can we talk
Again.
about?
True. Now,
Like, why couldn't they just let her die?
if you want to bring it back to the, or I don't know, talk about the multiplayer now. Something I want to bring up is why do half the guns blow in this game?
They do.
Explain.
I mean,
I hate every gun except like the normal 2.
You're just bad.
Am I?
I don't know.
Oh baby.
I
I
feel
can
like-
agree with that for me, but I don't know.
I feel like what Halo tries to go for is like give every single gun a unique purpose or function, and I think it does it really well.
Shit, I'm
So like you
teabag.
can't just pick up like the pulse carbine, for example. Everyone dunks on the pulse carbine saying it sucks, but you can't go
what,
in
like what am I holding right now?
It's a disruptor. So like I said, every gun has like a unique function, sort of. The pulse carbine, you can't really use it like the assault rifle and expect to like do good with it. It has there's a certain way in which you're like intended to use it to be effective.
Yeah.
For one thing, it's really good at stripping shields, you know?
Sure.
And shields with like the assault rifle and the pistol takes most of your shots on a target are going to be on their shield, and then 1 or 2 shots to the head will kill them. With a pulse carbine, like one burst, if all the bullets land, will just completely annihilate their shield. And you
Yeah.
can clean them up quickly with a sidekick or ooh.
Alright.
And then the Ravager, another gun that everyone dunks on. I actually really like the Ravager. It has really good like crowd control ability, where you charge it up, right?
Oh, the like the grenade. Not the grenade. It's like kind of like a grenade launcher. It's like a Danish grenade launcher.
It's like the new grenade launcher.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's
it's-
alright.
No, it's really good
I
if
mean,
you use it right.
Well, in
you know?
certain situations, like if you're playing like Capture the Flag or like like this game's version of Domination,
Yeah.
you know, you could protect a certain area for a couple like 5 seconds if you charge it up for 10 seconds and use it. But it's only useful if you like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna get roasted about. Just got you with that. I don't know. I might get roasted for trashing on these weapons, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm
You
just,
might-
I'm
you
just
might.
bad. I'm just bad.
Dude, I mean, everybody.
I'll roast myself. I'm just bad.
No. It's like defend your point. If you don't like the gun, it's just I don't know what to say because I actually like the guns, but yeah, it's
so
just
trash.
it's good at crowd control, and it's good against vehicles even. Like if you're close up on a vehicle with the Ravager, it does good vehicle damage, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like even the gun that Zach's using right now, I can't even remember what it's called. What's it? Never mind.
Always in the middle trying to kill
But-
people.
It's kind of like a sniper rifle and a DMR like had a baby, you know?
They've had that gun in previous games though, just different versions of it.
I
Yeah.
feel like I've liked
It's
more.
kind of like a less powerful.
I hate
gun
the
rifle.
Sentinel beam
past
in
games.
multiplayer.
Dude, the Sentinel beam melts.
In campaign, it melts.
No, it melts in
multiplayer, it
multiplayer.
sucks. I hate it.
It's so good. Like if you can keep the beam on them consistently, it like.
I mean,
I think it does more damage.
This
than-
goes back to me being
than the
bad
AR.
again, so I guess I can't really like.
Yeah, it's just a hard gun to use. Again, like it's a very skillful gun. But if you're good with it, you can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know. I want the game modes back, like Griffball, and they need to
I
add.
do too.
They obviously need to add Infected in here. That's a Halo classic right there.
Yeah, they were really lacking playlists on launch.
I know.
Like that was just unacceptable.
And then they added Fiesta, and they did good because everybody loves Fiesta. Fiesta's fun. And then they took it away for like 2 weeks for some reason, for like no reason. I don't know why. And then they just added it back.
It's limited time, Jack.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Limited.
Then they learned that half their like player base left after after they took their limited time only fun, only fun game mode that you can play for hours.
Back, like the community thing.
Yeah.
Where they like the community made their own game modes.
But you need Forge for that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I can't wait till I think Forge will make this game very more complete.
Oh, I can't wait till Forge comes out.
You know, they had games like that's what made Reach, I feel like, so good.
Yeah, because you can make the death races and you could download other people's death
Firefight.
races.
Yeah. I really want to see Firefight make a return.
I can't remember playing much of legit Halo.
I know. Yeah, we would all just go play the Mimi game modes, like the death races,
fun. And still like Prop Hunt and those games are always so fun.
Yeah, like
honestly,
people put the time in and figured out how to make these, and like. Yeah, you can make your own, but then if you didn't feel like going through, like, I really want to play this game mode. Like, I really want to play a death race, but I don't want to set up the entire thing. Let me just go get, like, a highly rated one that's posted on, like, the community and download it and then play it in 2 seconds. And, like, wow, this is awesome. And then you can edit it any way you want. Because I'm pretty sure you could, like, just go back into Forge and, like, Forge within that.
Forges, you can also make your own stuff.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Like, I remember at Reach, you always messed around with the grid. And, you know, just fuck with your friends while they're trying to make something.
Yeah, you just spin it around at Mach 5 and murk everybody.
As the ball and just like delete one piece of their race so the race gets all fucked up. And then they're like, what happened? And then they fight and you're like,
or grab their vehicle while they're in it and just take it off the map.
Oh, hi, Mr. Camper.
Honestly,
everyone go report that guy.
Everyone go dox that guy. I'm just kidding. Please don't.
Please don't.
But no, I think Halo Infinite has the potential. I think it will be one of the best sandboxes Halo has ever made. The sandbox is so good. Like the core gameplay,
I'm kind of worried that the
mechanics
Forge might not be that good, considering how long they're taking to work on it.
Well, I don't know.
I'm
kind of mixed on how I feel about Forge at the moment.
I mean, if they're trying not to release a buggy mess, then I'm all for it.
You gotta take into account like the Halo, the Forge they have now, like the one they had in Halo 4 and Halo 5, are super complex. They're way more like intricate and woven together than Halo Reach's Forge was.
Right.
And Halo Reach had one of the best forges ever.
Yeah.
You know, that's where like all the giant racing maps and like even giant sculptures. People make giant sculptures of things in Forge, and that was in Halo Reach. You can do way cooler shit in Halo 4 and Halo 5.
Yeah.
Which is probably one of the only things like keeping those two games up and like relevant to me.
Oh yeah.
You know, I played a lot of the party games in Halo 5 because you could do really cool shit in Halo 5
it was
Forge.
Fun.
Which is probably why it's taking so long for Forge to come out. They've got to work out all these kinks and stuff. There's so many different like
because you can go
notches
everywhere on the
and
map too. So
notches and buttons that they're giving us access to adjust
and
the
who
sandbox.
knows if they're going to give you just one area or if there's going to be multiple like maps.
Hopefully,
I'd hope they give us some sort of large map like Forge
I hope
World.
if they're
something
taking
like
this
Forge
long,
World.
there's multiple.
Yeah.
Like
Forge World,
and maybe even they'll go back and say maybe like they'll remaster Forge World.
I would not be opposed to that. Like I liked Forge World. It had the cool bunker. It had like a really cool like
Halo
island you can go
3
to.
had
A couple islands.
Ones,
yeah.
From what I remember, they weren't very good, but I mean they still had them.
Yeah.
So I mean that's cool.
Yeah. Good gameplay, good mechanics. Even in the campaign, going back to the campaign, really good mechanics there. All the AI, like Halo is infamous for its like really smart like AI fighting enemies in that game. It's so much fun. Like it really does pay homage to all the other Halo games with how good the AI is.
Multiple elites teabag me after like they killed me and
like brutes they throw fusion cores at you and they throw grunts at you and shit.
Yeah.
It's so cool. They like take weapons off weapon racks and
and the grunts
when they break your shields they push you and shit.
The grunts lines that they would say
throughout
the game
grunts
too.
are top tier in this game.
Grunts are toxic, dude. It's so
funny. Yeah, they're
funny.
so toxic. Like
so
even
funny.
the grunt in the
I feel like they went a
propaganda
lot less
tower.
Serious with this game.
Less serious?
Less serious.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously the main banished enemies, like Atriox and whatchamacallit, were, they were serious, but then, like, all the grunts and pretty much just the grunts. We're
Yeah,
just
the
like
grunts are just kind of funny. And, I mean, they
Yeah.
have been in past games, just not as. I feel like their lines weren't as like good as they were in this
Right.
one. Like, you know, I know there's always like the one in which Halo is it, where he's just like sitting on the cliff, like talking to himself, and then you get an achievement if you like push him off.
There's one thing we gotta talk about though, and you can love the campaign all you want. You can't deny that the level design is awful in this game. There are 3 environments you will see in this entire game. It's the forest, it's like the banished ships and stuff, and it's the underground like Forerunner tunnels and stuff. That's all you're gonna see in this game. And like half of the campaign levels are divided between these 3 locations. Oh, nice trade. One of you try. I tried doing tactical slay.
I think I'm good at tactical slay. What if in the background it's just going to be a bunch of gameplay, so our controller moving and the actual screen you guys see is not going to line up at all. But
you guys can agree with
Keep
me,
going.
right? You can agree with me. Like the levels that we've gotten all the other games are fucking amazing. Like Combat Evolved set the standard. Like you started out on the UNSC UNSC Pillar Bottom.
I think 2 really started it out because
No,
Combat Evolved
wait,
has a lot of open space where you could totally just get lost.
No, that's good. I honestly like that explorability, which is what they were going for with this open world kind of thing. You know, there's just a lot of, there's no like out of bounds areas in Combat Evolved. You know, if you want to go anywhere on the map, you can, which I like.
That's true.
But like going back to Combat Evolved, you had like the UNSC Pillar of Autumn, you had the forest on the ring, you had like a snowy tundra, a swamp even. You go up into a Covenant ship. It had all these different environments that it would take you through. Halo Infinite's environment is just the same across the whole board. It's just one giant forest.
it's true. And then the
Like,
occasional bunker.
You could have squeezed in like some sort of like tropical taiga biome in there or something, or I don't
maybe,
know.
like-
There's just
Maybe kind of more like
we're lacking variety in this game. You know.
yeah, I could understand what you're saying because if you look at other games like like Far Cry, where it's open world or
Like Just Cause. Like Just
Kinda-
Cause, if anybody's played
Yeah,
those
Just
games,
Cause.
it has like all these different, like there's grassy grove areas, there's like a canyon in a desert or like a giant snowy peak. You know, it's got all this variation.
that's why like when before the game came out and they're like, hey, the campaign's now open world, I wasn't sure how well it was going to work out at the beginning because Halo, like just the way it works, I feel like it wouldn't work super well with an open world kind of environment because it's just a first person shooter where they just implemented sprinting and you kind of have some abilities where you just run through a level and it's all good. You know, it's a fun run through level kind of thing. So, and then having an open world, I feel like it would get very boring really fast.
Yeah.
So, me never playing the campaign, I can't really like specify whether that happens or not. But like, hopefully, there's enough stuff to do in the campaign to where it doesn't just get boring running around for like half an hour.
No.
It does good
No, yeah, it's
with
not-
like
and you
the
can fast travel, too.
activities. It does good with the amount of activities it gives you to do. What it fails with though is just kind of like spicing it up by, you know, mixing up the terrain or mixing up the levels. You know,
That's
half of the
understandable.
campaign levels. I swear to God, it felt like I was playing the same level, like the same mission, 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, there wasn't like because like on the rings, there's a lot of different places on the rings, so it's not just like kind of forest. Now I'm not sure what this ring looked like, so maybe this ring
It's
was
just
all
all.
forest.
It's just all forest.
But they
Just
could have
all
designed
forest.
this ring to be like maybe have like an ocean kind of part, and maybe even have like
Yeah.
maybe like an oil rig type of thing built on the ocean to where
Mm-hmm.
like that's one of their bases is, or have like a beach level, or,
Yeah.
or maybe like a mountain level
Mm-hmm.
of some sort. And so them just only having like only forest to run through seems kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but
It felt very lazy. Like every mission just felt like go from room to room, kill these guys, like go from room to room, kill these guys, etc., etc. In the other Halo games, there was like this cinematic like touch to it, you know? Like in the start of Halo 3, you wake up as Master Chief and you're with like a squad of Marines and the Arbiter, and you're moving through the forest, and you come across this brute who's just like beating the crap out of this Marine.
Yeah.
Before like you get to the main source of
all
enemies.
All the other stories, it makes you feel like you really accomplished something. Versus, does this one like give you that satisfaction of accomplishing anything?
I mean, I guess because there's a progression system like with the abilities you unlock, and
okay. Well,
that's something that Halo does
more.
pretty well in this game.
But I mean, like campaign wise, like oh, you know, it had awesome moments in the past where like Master Chief would literally take a bomb out of the ship and just go into space and fly around with it.
No, there wasn't really anything like that in this, aside from when he like infiltrates a ship and like punches a screen and shoots a couple tanks and blows up like a banished ship. That's about it.
Like I remember seeing I don't know if it's a meme, but like it was this video where it's like this brute comes out, he makes a super big entrance and like breaks down the doors and throws the door at you, and then the guy shoots him 3 times to the head with the pistol and he just dies.
Yeah, that wasn't even a guy cheesing it.
So
that was
dumb.
like that was happened to everybody. It's just some
it's
normal
like how
ass.
easy he is.
Yeah, it's
like
just.
I feel like moments like that, it's like well, it just completely kills the whole moment of just having him.
Yeah, like that'd be cool for a boss fight entrance
Yeah.
scene, but then like it happens and you're like even I was like, damn, like that's a I'm already in like
That's
a boss
tough
fight
boy.
already. Shoot him 2 times in the head and it's like, oh.
I don't know. I just feel like this story needed more to make it interesting.
Just more
like
spice.
I hate how they just like decided to cut all ties from Halo 5 despite how bad it was. They completely cut all ties. Like there's no Captain Lasky, there's no Commander Palmer, no Dr. Halsey, Blue Team, Osiris, Spartan Locke. None of those characters are here. And I feel like it could have used like just a handful, maybe just one of those characters.
You gotta build off the characters
to make this game more interesting.
Away.
It's heavily focused on Master Chief and his relationship between like the weapon and the pilot, and that's not enough to keep me invested in the campaign. Like there was nothing wrong with the pilot. I thought he was a good character, and the dynamic between him and Chief was actually pretty good, but it just got boring after a while.
It's just kind of annoying.
You know? I feel like it needed.
Annoying.
I feel like it needed that military aspect, like all the other Halo games had. Like they're strategizing in the cutscenes with like Lord Hood, like drawing up a strategy to fight back against the Covenant, or in Halo 3 where he's working with the Covenant to like take out the brutes and annihilate the Flood. It needed something like that. They shouldn't have destroyed the. They shouldn't have destroyed the Infinity. That was a really dumb, like, story writing decision that they made. Was to just completely destroy the military right off the bat. So it's just Master Chief versus the Banished.
Because they weren't able to really have any more characters other than the 3 that you were introduced to.
Mm-hmm. Like, if they did that, there would have been a way greater sense of dread because, you know, then you have something that you're fighting for. You're fighting to protect the Banished. In this, it's like, what am I fighting for? I'm just here to just destroy another ring, like all the other games. But if they had left the Infinity standing, like they could have been attacked in the beginning, but if they just didn't completely destroy it from the get-go, you would have had at least something to fight for. Like you have all these Marines, you have Captain Lasky that you're given orders from to go on the ring and destroy things, and just the way they did it in this game just didn't work out, I don't think. And dude, we got to talk about the main villain. Who was the main villain?
Is the main villain?
Who was the main villain, Jack?
I forgot his name.
It wasn't. Nope, it wasn't.
It's not Atriox.
Nope, it was not Atriox, because he wasn't even in this game.
It was Master Chief.
It was that alien chick, the Harbinger.
Oh, the Harbinger, yeah.
what the fuck did she want to do in this game? She kept like she kept talking about this, what was it, the Awakening or something?
Yeah.
Or something, some bullshit like that, and nothing is explained. Like, you can't introduce a character as cryptic and mysterious as her, and in the same game kill her off before she has time to explain anything.
I know.
You know? Like, we learned nothing from this game. What is the major threat from Zeta? We don't know. And quite frankly, I myself don't care, because the game doesn't compel me to do so. You know?
I know.
And
it's understandable. I mean, gotta have story.
yeah, there's got to be like a compelling reason for this villain to exist aside from her wanting to like bring about the awakening or whatever the fuck it was, because that's just not good enough in my opinion.
All right, well, let's get into the ratings. So, because we're past 30 minutes, we're actually at like 40.
I feel like just really quick, we also do need to talk about Escharum.
Oh yeah, he's kind of like I don't know. He's all right.
He's not all right. He is not good. He doesn't do anything in this game. He literally does nothing. We see him do absolutely nothing except talk through his walkie-talkie
and get mad.
Holograms. He gets mad. Like, oh my god. I'm pretty sure if you compiled every moment that Escharum talks, it would be like a 30-minute video of him just talking and monologuing for like no reason at all. He literally.
And then also with the Spartan killer, the guy with the red energy sword.
Mm-hmm.
His boss fight was like way like it was creepy at first, and then
It was
Like,
underwhelming.
yeah, I was just like, okay, this is like there's no tier system to it. It's just like kill him, just kill him.
Yeah.
And you just shoot him a bunch of times and he dies. Like at least with Escherum's, it was like there was like a tier system to it, and like he went from just kind of like I don't know, like it was really easy when he was just sitting there with his like machine gun, because you could just run around the map and he wouldn't be able to hit you. But then when he pulled out his gravity hammer in like the last stage, it was actually kind of hard, because if he literally hits you once with the energy or with the gravity hammer, then you just die.
I know, dude. That boss fight was so annoying. Yeah, I fought him like 5 times because the entire fight I was doing damage to him, taking hardly any damage back. And then you get to this phase where he has his grav hammer, and all it takes is for him to jump in the air and do that lock-on ability, that bullshit lock-on ability, where he just slams the hammer onto you. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do, you can't escape that attack, and it one-shots you, especially if you're on Heroic. I played the entire campaign on Heroic. Absolute fucking bullshit, that fight. It was so stupid.
Yeah, that shit was hard, but
no, I wish he had like done anything to contribute to the story or be interesting in the slightest.
Yeah.
Compared to like General Tartarus from Halo 2, he's not even like a morsel compared to General Tartarus. Tartarus did so much in the story to like advance the plot. Escharum just talks through a microphone the entire game and does nothing.
Yeah.
Awful villain.
And I'd like to just say about the multiplayer, I hope they add more maps. Because I feel like the map selection they have right now is very small and very limited.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was kind of random, but
I understand.
I just thought about it, and it's just like...
Yeah, they could use more levels.
I feel like there's been better maps.
Definitely has been. I do like the maps in here,
though.
Yeah,
I'm not saying there's anything bad with these maps, but I wish there was more.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the whole game summed up in like one sentence. I just wish there was more.
What did you think of the maps overall?
More content.
Were they like good or?
Yeah, they're all right.
I thought they're pretty good.
I mean, like they keep me invested, but I can't play it like the whole day. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to get bored of playing the same maps over and over again.
Yeah.
We do have to wrap it up though, because.
All right, let's give a quick review of this game. So.
Well, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Like,
What's your
let's
rating?
do our rating. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
What are we doing? Like out of 5 stars for games, or are we just gonna do like out of 10?
Yeah, let's do a 5-star.
You want to do it out of 5 star?
Yeah, for games. This game, I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
That's actually, dude, that's really close to what I was gonna give it too. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
You know what? I think I do have to dock it a little bit. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of
Like
10?
honestly, if we were just rating the multiplayer, I'd probably give it a 4 or a 5. But
Really?
the
Can't
live
take it down a
service,
notch?
and the campaign just really upsets me. So I have to give it a 3 out of 10 or 3 out of
At
3 out
least,
of 10.
at least
3 out
the
of
game
5.
isn't very buggy.
Yeah,
We'll
no,
give
it was
that.
it wasn't very buggy at all.
Yeah.
Aside from the intro clips, have you guys experienced that at all?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
those-
That's a good bug though. I love that. It's so
If Nick's
funny.
still editing at this point, Nick, please throw in some like buggy intro clips, or just some bugs in
like
general that you
the
can find.
Spartans are like doing their
'cause-
little like airboxing,
Dude-
and then one of them's facing the wrong way.
Because
Or
I've
the one
taken
where,
I've
like-
taken plenty of clips of just bugged out stuff in this game. It's so funny. That's why I love
It's
playing
I love the
hilarious.
one where
just
they're like
released
they're
games.
just pointing, they're just looking the wrong way.
Yeah.
And then like at some point there's like if you leave during that cutscene, your character just walk away.
Yeah.
But no,
So,
what did you
Nick's
you
at
think?
3. What are you?
I'm gonna give it a 3. As of the game right now in its current status, I'd give it a 3.
Yeah.
It has so much room to improve.
Mm-hmm.
It also has a lot of room to like go down because like if all these new game like say they do add a lot more game modes and maps and maybe even like Forge comes out. If that all sucks, then I feel like it would bring the game rating even down.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I feel like the game could go up or down depending on what they do next. Hopefully it goes up. Hopefully when Forge comes out, it adds a whole new aspect to the game,
Yeah,
which I
hope
feel
Forge
like
good.
is totally missing right now. Multiplayer in its current state is fine. It needs more maps, in my opinion, and maybe even some new guns to spice things up a bit.
Yeah.
I guess it could use a little weapon balancing. Because, I praise the weapons
And
in the
upgrade
game, but yeah.
and ability balancing as well.
Oh yeah, ability balancing.
Because I feel like some abilities are not very good and some are very good. Now I know some are more common than others, but that's a whole nother topic as well.
All right, so I have our final rating then.
Oh yeah,
Our final MediaMix rating out of 5 for our first. This is our first game rating. Kind of
yeah, it's
crazy.
our first game
Out of
rating.
8 months of doing this podcast, it's our first game rating we're doing.
We're finally
Wow.
here, guys.
Finally
and
doing it. We're
gals.
finally exploring different forms of media. It's gonna be a 3.2 out of 5.
Yeah,
Wow.
it gets a passing
Ta-da.
grade, and that's it.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's above average.
It's not
And-
awful,
yeah,
but it's not good.
No, I mean, I think it's good. It's not great, but
It
it's not.
has way
bad.
more room to improve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Forge comes out and when they add co-op to the campaign and whatnot like that, my rating might go up.
Do you think they'll add more to the campaign?
They're gonna add co-op.
Like more campaign or
I don't think so.
story?
They might have
Maybe more
like
side
maybe
quests.
co-op campaign will be its own thing.
That'd be cool.
With like
Then we'd have to
player
revisit
Spartan?
this.
Yeah,
we'd have to revisit.
definitely.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in so much, and or thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I hope you liked this video. I hope you actually like the video too on YouTube. That'd be great. And maybe subscribe and comment. Go ahead and roast us. I know I'm bad.
For our audio listeners,
You can tell me I'm bad, but actually
Yeah,
they won't
you
even know
Audio
who's playing.
listeners, we are so sorry that you couldn't watch the footage, but if you want
Yeah.
to, you can watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll
I mean,
be
I don't.
there.
Is this gonna go on audio?
Actually,
I guess
I
it.
don't
not?
know. I guess it
Actually,
could.
it could. Yeah, because
Why
this is just a rating. Yeah.
We are just talking.
Why not? All right. So yeah, to our audio listeners,
Drop a download. Give
Drop a
us give us a
download.
rating.
Download.
I mean they're already
If
listening.
you want to see
so-
us teabag
Or
some
throw a
guys in
download.
Halo,
I don't know how
please
you
follow us on YouTube.
Move a download.
And please enjoy this epic montage of us dying over and over again. I'm doing it.
Okay.
Or I'm not doing it. I'm making Nick do it. All right, everybody.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks for watching or listening. Peace out.